Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Qualifier number 2 for SCS Season 6, Stage 2, Round number 2. A lot of twos going on in this matchup in particular. I am Lynx, joined by Benny, and we have your matchup. As you can see, I got this. Hold on. I got this, okay? Nope. Wait.
A point to
There we go. Right there. It is Juicers, our number 1 seed, versus INCONTROL. That'll be our first matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the members of INCONTROL, the members who are, well, we all know and love. I think actually Turbo's still not playing, actually. Is he actually playing with them this time?
I believe he is actually playing this time.
Okay, okay, interesting. So we don't have our favorite Jazzman playing, unfortunately. But still, we all know Rafi, Nevo, Yusuke, Bone, and Turbo. Actually, I haven't seen Turbo play yet, but at least I've seen play against Pixel, Dunny, Gingy, Badger, and Matt Bonger.
Matthias Bonger. Good. By the way, feel obliged to say this. Last week, INCONTROL played a match which they won 8-7, and Rafi dropped 29 kills in a best-of-1 series. I don't know the official record, but that is the most kills in a best-of-1 I have ever seen.
Probably in SCS, I'm assuming it is the most.
Oh, no, in SCS, definitely, without question. But that is still, just in general, in competitive Rainbow Six Siege, that is the most kills I've ever seen in the best-of-1. I don't know if it's the official record. It was insane, though. But we mainly picked this because, again, it's the number 1 seed versus the number 4 seed. Want to see what happens. We're going to Cafe, a map that, actually, I believe, Benny, the last time you and I casted INCONTROL was the one I actually played on.
Yep, you were correct. This is where, we saw Jazz and Yusuke go off. We saw, you saw INCONTROL do a great job, win this out against, who did they play? Actually, I can't remember. Who did they play? Oh,
I can't remember.
Did they play? Oh, they played Okami, didn't they?
Actually, they might have. I also think I have it in my notes. So just let me check real quick.
Well, he checks though. Yeah, we're going to Cafe once again, and we'll see if INCONTROL have it against the prevailers of our standalone tournament in Juicers. Though I don't believe Razor's playing. I guess so.
I can't find it.
It's not quite the same team in Juicers because a lot of people say that Razor's kind of carried this team, but we'll see how they do.
Now I've lost my place in my actual notebook. Benny, it's all collapsing. Benny, I'm losing it.
Well, we're going to the band so far here in Cafe. I'm assuming the bands
I'm good.
are going to be the expected Thatcher, Maverick, or Thatcher.
Probably. Well, it's Thatcher up first for INCONTROL. I believe it will be a Hard Breacher up next. Perhaps a Hibana. Perhaps it'll be a Zofia ban, like we've seen repeatedly before.
Perhaps it'll be a Finka ban.
Not wanting to play against the LMGE. That is what they will go for. Also makes clearing out Pixel a little bit more difficult. Can't use the impact lifelines on the repel. But I imagine a Mirror Valk ban, Benny. You feeling that? Feeling a Mirror Valk ban?
Unless they want to do some trolling here and just change out the bans entirely. Yeah,
I don't know if it would be trolling. Like, what my does make sense. Again, we're talking about Pixel, makes that position a lot more difficult to hold. So, INCONTROL having a clear mindset with their bans, I think Juicers will ban out probably the Mirror next. Well.
Now you leave the Mirror up now, so it's going to be interesting to see if...
And it is her strongest map.
Yeah, and you're going to see... Now we're going to see if INCONTROL could deal with those Mirrors. I think last time we saw this happen, wasn't Mirror actually up our last time we saw this?
Well, Benny, I tried to find the previous matchup in my notes, and unfortunately, I couldn't. So I can't tell you.
I gave you that time, and you couldn't find.
Dude, my notebook is like hundreds of pages, and I start writing in sections. Well, I used to start writing in sections at random. Now I just go back and fill up sections at random.
Wait,
so I don't know where it is.
Is that Rafi Snargargla too?
Yes, it is.
What?
I believe it is, at least.
Is that because he couldn't? He can't.
Wait, is Jazz playing?
Who is Hyper's fan Jazz? What? Who is playing?
Hold on, I gotta go ask.
I don't know who Snart Gargly is. I don't know who. Hey, go ask Ferme or somebody, please.
No, I'm gonna. I don't know. I thought Turbo was playing. Okay, wait.
No, Turbo is playing.
Okay, so Snot Gargler said Yo Bongus. That might be Rafi.
Maybe. Turbo is playing though. So the question is Nevo not playing, or is it like is that Rafi and that's Jazz and Nevo's not playing?
I think this is a mystery that we're just not going to be able to solve.
Who do I call? Did I call it? What do you say though? I don't know. What this
Snot Gargler is definitely Rafi. It has to be Rafi. There's no way.
So if that's Raffi.
You can't tell
then-
me Nicholas Bozo.
So I'm assuming something used to at this point. Nevo is not playing it. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So we assume that's Jazz, and Nevo has been substituted out for Turbo. Anyway, we're on a bottom floor defense for Juicers. Like I said, Razor's not playing, so we're gonna see if this this Juicers team can still bring us that level of play that we saw from them in the standalone tournament. We'll see how INCONTROLL here are attacking, if they're gonna be able to clear out this roam, which I believe is only one person in Gingy for the moment. Actually, looks like Dunny's nearby, maybe. Yeah.
Dunny, able to get some shots onto Raffi? Question mark? It's not Gargler 2. We know he took damage. Dunny able to get away as well, so not suffering too much damage in the long run. On top of that, INCONTROLL will move in quickly onto the top of those red stairs. There is somebody playing a couple floors down below. That's Pixel, but he hasn't been spotted yet. And it's back. It's Dunny who has been spotted. The first kill, Bone able to take him down on that white window. Jaeger caught rotating out. There's still a couple players on the roam, but they haven't been spotted just yet.
So now let's see if he's got Gingy by himself on the roam as he's trying to back off. He does have some kind of support, looks like. Pixel's playing also red for the moment. So yeah, there's two players. It looks like it's Gingy and Matt Bonger playing together for the moment, but they're going to get spotted by another Cam A. The main part is destroying these drones, it seems like, for them, but they're man down now. So I wonder if they're going to get aggressive or not and try and get a pick off, or maybe get a C4 when if we see INCONTROLL go for that vertical control, because I'll bring both the Sledge and the Buck and Bone and Raffi. So C4 could even things up, make it a 4v4 into the execute, but a minute and 30 is also a lot of time for INCONTROLL to create the execute in the first place. Really gives them quite a bit of time to just start open up the floor and try and find people. And like I said, one C4, well, it's gone.
Not the other one, though. Pixel trying his best to shoot it off of the ceiling. I believe he's now given up that venture, so that C4 will just be there now. He'll even get aggressive. Try to push up onto that top floor. No, he'll just shoot the air jab. Rotate back down, because in all likelihood, they'd hear the air jab be shot. Might go and try and take him down. Matt Bonger able to get a kill behind that VIP shield. Dodges the nade as well, though the shield does fall in front of him. He'll still hold that position. With one coming from brown stairs and one coming down right, he could find himself the unwelcome recipient of a pinch momentarily between Yusuke and Turbo's fingers, with nobody really able to assist except maybe Gingy if the Mozzie gets lucky. So Matt Bonger now playing for his life. A second nade goes in, but it's flashes that end up blinding him and causing the most damage as he's spotted. Can't even fight back, but there's Pixel getting aggressive inside a coat check. Bolts back in right after he gets that kill. Keeps things even at a 3v3. But now Yusuke bearing down in his position. Fires some shots into his shoulder. But right now, the Cade is still alive for the moment with 15 seconds left. Gingy and Badger inside of the site can easily take things down. Pixel isn't long for this world, but a nice flick by Badger. Can't get the second. A triple for Yusuke so far, but Gingy with no intel on Nevo? Jazz? I don't know who it is.
He was just planting in front of him too,
But he got the last kill. Gingy none the wiser to the plant position. And Yusuke's right. Maybe he does need a map.
Yeah, I guess he just didn't. He just unfortunately did not know or didn't hear Jazz or Neva, whoever the heck it is, start planting on that single wall. But really, that was INCONTROLL. Kind of close there. Losing a member. Well, actually, they killed Dunny early, but then they traded back. You see Matt Bonger traded back playing VIP. It's a trading kills, keeping it even. But from there, INCONTROLL is still able to get the picks they need, push through, get a kill on Matt Bonger, keep getting kills elsewhere, start pushing into sight. And while there was members like Gingy in great spots like Bunker, you had one member off by by that double window inside of prep. Turbo was kind of offsite, so all of these players were kind of off in their kind of isolated positions. And from there, it was INCONTROLL able to worm their way through the double door into kitchen cooking, or kitchen service, I mean, actually, and somehow able to just cut off, it's just because they're all isolated, he's one by one taking one by one fights and winning them against Juicers there. And so at that point, it was just kind of, it could have been a win if Gingy had knew that Jazz was planting there, as he did get the pick onto the other cover that was Yusuke. But unfortunately, again, he just had no clue.
All right, by the way, to set the record straight.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Hypers fan Jazz is Jazz, like I initially thought, by the way.
Yep.
Everyone gaslit me. I knew I was right. Like, that also reflected in the record. It's not Gargler 2, is Raffi. Again, initial hypothesis was correct, though that one was...
I agree with you
that one was pretty much universally agreed upon, just based on the etymology of that name, the construction.
Yeah. Based on knowing Raffi, it's pretty obvious.
Seems like a Raphael creation.
Not a Nevo thing would happen or Jazz.
Yeah,
thing
no.
would do.
I was about to say, people were like, I don't know, is it Nevo? I'm like, no, Nevo is not the kind of person to do that. His name would just be Nivoza.
Yeah, he would not do Snot Gurgler too.
He would not. He would not do Snot Gargler 2 or put Jazz in his name. He'd refuse to be associated with the social media manager. I'm just kidding.
Hey, but this time we're back to we're on the top floor here for Juicers this time around. Well, they lost that first round. See if they can take it here on the top floor. We'll see if In Control can clear Pixel. Now we don't have a Zofia, we don't have a Omai, so it's a different, a bit of a clash and losing things that deal with Pixel, but there's not as much to defend here, not as much utility to defend that Pixel shield. Let's see if Jazz can see he's going to hold this white window, try to pick someone off. There could be Dunny here who's just kind of holding the white stairs window for the moment. Maybe expecting member to just run up the stairs. He's going to run back upstairs. But so far, it looks like maybe Bone will be that person.
Well, Bone does love getting aggressive, and right now Dunny doesn't appear to be the wiser. Snot Gargler 2, Raffi, the first to fall. Pixel able to get that kill all the way on Cocktail Balcony, likely contesting with the sledge over on New Balc. So Bone, likely after that his teammate falls, he'll decide I won't get aggressive. Instead, I'll just push up into raiding after we've cleared it out and go for this cocktail trach. And to be fair, put pressure on Pixel's position, the very player from the very spot who took down his teammate. He's not successful so far, and his holes could very well be used against him, but he'll continue opening up the cocktail floor to his heart's content, making it more difficult for Gingy and Dunny to play there.
Heavy flashes up white stairs, so signaling they're going to push up. Bone's doing his best to try and push these players back, but he's getting shot from the back because Pixel still sitting on that position. Yusuke jumps down, great shot through the floor into Dunny, playing Laundry or playing above Laundry. Turbo's going to throw one more up, push his way through. Sees nobody for the moment, but smoke cannons just push him back down the stairs. Pixel's done heavy damage from Yusuke, and Yusuke will finish him off. So great 2 kills, even 3-3 going into the execute up these white stairs.
There's Gingy holding a close angle. Anybody that pushed up the stairs, odds are there's a dead man with a DMR. It can always be a finicky weapon, but in combination with a crossfire with Matt Bonger, not much you can do. Badger is rotated all the way over to New Balcony, and Yusuke, not anticipating a shotgun to be right around the corner from the position he was playing in, loses his life because of that hubris. Jazz and Turbo, the only 2 left. Turbo's managed to creep his way up white. There's Matt Bonger waiting. Ooh, but he looks away at the exact wrong second. That gives Turbo the perfect entry. The first kill, not the second, though, as Matt Bonger still catches him off guard with a game of Ring Around the Rosie. Can Jazz weave his way in? Or Gingy was flashed, and right now, no, Jazz getting the bomb down. He's gun completely facing the floor. 2 final kills for Matt Bonger, and fortunately, not much you can do to salvage that position for Jazzman.
Yeah, not much that Jazz can do there in a 1v2. No time left. But unfortunately, that was a not a great start there for In Control. They're losing a member early, per se, in Raffi. Raphael, who's gotten 29 kills, he's playing the windows, gets taken down by Mr. Pixel. And then from there, you see Bone trying to tear up the floor, trying to push these players back, which it did give a kill to Yusuke, but it also led to Bone's death because Pixel, even though the floor is entirely torn up, Pixel still plays the cocktail. He still plays that position, still plays C1, waiting for a chance to shoot Bone in the back, which he does get. And from there is just kind of a one-side push from In Control up the white stairs, which, like we saw from there, was just no other control. There was no other angles from In Control. There's nobody in the windows. It was just walking up white stairs, trying to find picks onto Juicers and just losing fight of the fight, not having the intel of where these players are at. So we'll see if Juicers can keep this up and go on to reading and fireplace next for them. Well, In Control, can they have a better strategy?
Well, we only one could hope. It's not like it was a terrible strategy. It just always seems like you open up those holes in the cocktail floor. It's like, oh, I'll get a kill or push them out of position. And there's always one person who's just like, no, I'm going to peek you. And you die. Unfortunate. Here, could be the same story, that the shoe would be on the other foot, in that Bone would be upstairs, whereas somebody for Juicers would be downstairs. But Juicers know that In Control will have to take that vertical unless they go for a fireplace take, which, to be fair, I believe In Control did do a couple times in the previous matchup, so it's not like it's unheard of. But odds are Juicers can anticipate some pressure to that top floor and use those 4 C4s and the pulse accordingly.
Make a minefield. Get some kills off of that. Please don't waste all 4 and not get anything. That would be tragic.
Yeah, come on. You got 4 chances. Like, just get one.
Any of a cardiac sensor to give you a chance at throwing them too. So we'll see. Looks like Gingy may be looking to throw a C4 early through that New Balc hatch. Just once they open it up, he just hear it open up. He's actually not going to throw anything out there for the moment. He's going to play his position, waiting for somebody from In Control to drone him out. or at least waste a drone. Get caught by Mozzie Pest. But so far, we'll see if INCONTROL actually do push this roam, as there are 3 players at least upstairs here. So they're just, droning things out, figuring things, pushing into Piano, going to open up the wall probably. And we'll see Gingy get droned out. He's going to back off as soon as he gets droned out.
And still play for a C4 below Nubalk if nobody there can deal with him. Hasn't been thrown up yet, so an opportunity for him to either move out or move a C4 below the new balcony. There's also Matt Bonger upstairs who can play off the intel provided by Pixel inside of Train, playing with that cardiac sensor. But it's Badger, one of those C4s, the first to fall. Bone, I believe, spotted him earlier on a drone, so playing with some active intel the entire time, he's able to finally capitalize off of it. No trades from Juicers either. So it's a 4v5, and INCONTROL can start progressing across the top floor with half the round remaining.
Well, that C4 kill too, they're pretty much good to just push through because nobody's in Train anymore to throw C4 up through that floor hold made by the defense. And they're now going to clear top floor. Only one person upstairs. No control of White here for the defense. Bonger could easily go back up those stairs and help out his member of Dunny, who's playing this top floor in Cocktail as time is dwindling for INCONTROL. But we've seen before, even with 30 seconds, you still can make this play happen. With the time dwindling, maybe INCONTROL are trying to rotate to a different take, as Jazz looking to open up that wall into Fireplace. But with a single wall open, they're gonna have to make some plays over by White Stairs or make some pushes to push some of these members out of those positions. Actually, one wall is actually not reinforced, so that's actually a position, actually kind of a scary position to play.
Yeah, it is a little bit difficult for Matt Bonger, and these C4s might not be as easy to use as it might be if INCONTROL decided to clear that top floor. But Gingy, completely unread, puts Yusuke to 1 HP, finally finishes him off. 2 quick kills, and now it'll be a perpetual thorn in INCONTROL's side as they have to decide, do you want to dedicate a man to clearing him out or just push on through and hope for the best? They'll go for the latter, but it still cost them a body. Dunny picks up a kill on a Turbo. Bone has worked his way into reading, still loses the fight with the Jaeger, and Jazz 2 rounds in a row, the only one left. With only 10 seconds in the 1v3, can he even find 1 kill? Yes, he can. Dunny can't react. With only 5 seconds left, he's stuck getting the diffuser down once again. 2 rounds in a row, Jazz has found himself in this position, and he'll lose his life just the same.
There's 1v1 at least.
True.
Got off the plant, downs Dunny, but they get shot in the back by the other player. But still, that was a round where INCONTROL, again, it's a puck stack, so they're not the greatest when it comes to time. And you can see that they spent a lot of time droning, trying to take control of top floor, but they wasted a good 2 minutes on doing so. In that last minute, they were like, all right, we just got to go push into this Fireplace, open the wall up, and well, it was looking good. They're opening the wall up. There wasn't a single panel over by White Stairs, as both walls were soft, so that kind of makes it difficult. But in the end, well, unfortunately, Gingy comes up Red Stairs, nothing there, no flank drones, no man to stop him from running up the stairs. He just cooks 2 players in both, I think it was Raffi and Yusuke, both great fraggers on the side of INCONTROL. And then at that point, it's a 3v4 at that point? 3v4 for INCONTROL, trying to bring it back, trying to find kills. Sure, they down Matt Bonger, but lose a member doing that. They try to push through, take fights. Bone loses his fight to another player pushing and reading. And from there, it's just kind of chaos for INCONTROL trying to bring the round back. So, unfortunately for them, they can't seem to quite grasp that quick time or quick strats, really.
We'll finally start to see Juicers retread. Are we doing this again? Are we really going to spectate Jazz again?
He's on attack this time. How are we spectate him?
Yeah, what is he doing? He's on a drone.
Yeah, Holly, what?
What do you want, Jazz? He's probably just going to shoot a smiley face into the spawn again. Watch. Spectate him, Nova. Do it. See what he's going to do.
I hope he gets spawn peeked. I hope he gets spawn peeked.
Bob, ban him. Now.
On command, they just get kicked from the game.
Maybe we have a roam on our hands this time.
We had roam last time, too.
Yeah, but a little bit different.
It's true. It's more invested.
And there's a warden.
True. Why is there a warden?
I don't know. First time you, first time me.
I guess a warden and VIP kind of makes sense because they get flashed a lot.
True. Behind the
Hard
shield as well.
Yeah. Good workout. But so far, it looks like they're going to push the top floor once again. And last time, they're at least able to take out, I think they took out, Dunny last time on this roam?
Yes.
I don't know if they can do so once again, though, as Dunny at least has a friend in him. And He has a friend in another player who's actually is Badger, that's Gingy as well. So there's quite a force of roamers here from Juicers, and let's see how well it works for them. As so far, Control, of course, they've taken the top floor. They're gonna work their way downstairs, and thinking this time too as well. If they don't clear that second floor, you can see all those vertical holes made by Juicers to deny the push if they go from the bakery side.
Still need any control to get down there first. They've cleared out this top floor, but with half the round gone, and they've barely even tread ground on the second floor. It's been worrisome for them so far. The player inside of Dining has now retreated back. There was Dunny, Badger inside of Mining right now, so there is still a presence on that second floor, one of which they need to be careful of. Well, they were, and now Badger is dead. Turbo found him. There's Dunny, who's still contemplating some aggression on red stairs, but he'll pull back down. With only a minute left, Benny, INCONTROL have to open up this floor and then move down to the site itself.
This is the round that INCONTROL won by the hair of their teeth, trying to get that plant down with no time left, able to kill the members who were split off in that last dire moments for Juicers that were isolated. So once again, time is the issue. There's really no time left. They start opening these floors, trying to make this execute happen. The question is, are they going to try and drop down this hatch? Gingy's kind of peeking through the double window, and Turbo takes full advantage of Gingy's presence there, just kind of unaware of him on the hatch. Grenade comes out trying to destroy these X-Scows, pushing into Freezer. So rather than do the freezer drop, they're just going to push through the freezer wall itself. But Jazz, unaware of Dunny swinging the double window, he goes down. And so far, INCONTROL, it's a one-side push for them as they're trying to make their way through Freezer. Bone trying to create another angle, and Matt Barger takes down Turbo, pushing into Freezer. Bone's doing good work on the other side along with Raffi there. So that's down to Dunny in a 1v3. Yusuke is ready for him, takes down Dunny. So great job to INCONTROL. Take another round in their attack, and I guess 2's what you expect on Cafe.
And so far, Kitchen has been the site where they can actually make something happen, whereas the others, they've been a little bit more difficult. There, though, it was certainly not clean. You saw their solution for players playing around Freezer was to take fights with those players. Raffi very narrowly lost his fight with the player playing by that bomb chassis. He loses that fight, that round probably goes differently and could very well be 3-1 for Juicers. So it's not like it was perfect. INCONTROL spent a lot of time clearing out that top floor, spent even more time clearing out the second floor, and they went into an execute on the Kitchen with, one, not as much time as you would hope, and two, seemingly a little less control and a little less intel than you would hope is preferable for a take. Now, of course, they did get a couple kills. Juicers kind of gave their life away in some case, so it wasn't as hard as it could be, but they still forced themselves, almost in a similar vein to the Gusick Outlast game, to win that just by hoping they win their fights, storming their way into Freezer. In this case, it worked, and as you said, they got 2 rounds on Cafe Attack. Even if they were sloppy, you don't need as much.
What you expect? The 4-2 half is what, hey, INCONTROL can get 3, though. They're looking good for their defenses, depending on how they played them, at least, of course, but like historically, statistically, if you get 3-3 at the half, you're looking good for defense. We'll see, though. We're going back upstairs for Juicers, and this was a round where they tried to go for the cocktail take from the side of INCONTROL, and in the end, not a lot happened from that cocktail control. But sure, they were able to maybe get 1 pick onto Dunny. Yusuke got the pick from Laundry side, but Bone opened up the entire floor, couldn't push Pixel off. Pixel played that C1 area to the best of his ability, killed Bone in the end doing so. And from there, it was mainly a push up white. Sure, Yusuke tried to push by himself from that red side, walked into Badger's shotgun. So we'll see what happens this time, because INCONTROL, in the end, it's a one-side push-up white was all it was. Nobody's on windows. Raffi got picked off a window pretty quickly. But so far, it looks like maybe INCONTROL are going for that piano take, and we'll see if they can clear up Pixel.
Do you mean Pixel the position or Pixel the player, Benny?
Is Pixel playing at Pixel?
No. He's spawn peeking.
God.
He's playing at Pillar, actually. Not even close. Not even close. But that being said, he is playing inside of Pillar, and if he wants to get aggressive on red stairs, could find himself the unwelcome recipient of, well, flank watch, just as the general precaution. But also, if he's not spotted, he's playing down below with, with a C4. I confused him with Badger for a second, but he'll pull off. Instead, go back over towards white stairs, where there is little to no pressure for INCONTROL, and hope maybe to hold off a cocktail take, as Bone is playing Buck, and Gingy and Pixel down below. Nobody's opted to go over there just yet. INCONTROL are taking this very standard for the moment.
They at least spotted Pixel down below, but I don't know how much they droned if they spotted the other player in Gingy as well. But So the pixel shield is still intact. Yusuke looking to throw a grenade right on that position, and well, it's been caught by an ADS. So again, this is kind of looking to how is the grenades, how is the the flashes and the clear from In Control. First time, second grenade comes off, destroys that shield. But hey,
All right.
Jazz is dead. Good job, Raffi. You've just annihilated your Habana, your heart breacher. Hey, you annihilated Dunny too. That's good.
Why?
That works.
Okay. Dunny peeks Pixel and I guess trades Jazz out. Always confusing how to narrate situations like that. But still, with a minute left, and the only player Juices have lost is the Jaeger, and the players In Control lost to the Hibana, and they're about to lose a second as well. Almost made it even 3v3, and odds are they will with Matt Bonger on 1 HP. All Yusuke has to do is land a nice pre-fire, which is very easy to do. And that angle, and with how low HP Matt Bonger was. Now things are a little bit different. I was going to talk about how, losing to Hibana, so much more impactful. But now with 45 seconds left, they've cleared all the way up into Pixel. They can start pushing up pallets with this Yana clone. They haven't spotted Pixel on white stairs, though, so that is one complication if they aren't watching or if they get careless. Could very well die. They throw a drone out, they try to bait Pixel, but the mute does not fall for the bait. But it's still enough time for... No, not enough time for Raffi to make it up. Raffi might fall to the floor, but Yusuke's still there, able to take down the mute. And now Malusi stuck inside a freezer. Well, he's not long for this world either. In Control finally won a site that isn't Kitchen. They go up 3-2 as a result.
Yeah, that would be a problem because they didn't have that Habana to open up freezer, so that allowed Gingy to stay in freezer. But the fact that In Control lost 2 players early in Turbo, in Jazz, sure, Dunny gets traded out for it by, Raffi trying to make up for his mistake, but then able to capitalize, kill the player in bathroom, push the way through. Pixel was the big thing there. Pixel was able to deny the push up to pallets. That could have been a very different round because then at least Badger could have denied Bone from pushing into bar. Gingy also seeming not playing, he was playing in freezer, but somehow Bone was able to get into bar despite Gingy being in freezer. There's also kind of an interesting point there. But again, yeah, Pixel was a big thing there. And then Gingy as well. I feel like Gingy and Pixel could have been the 2 points of contention to stop that push. But hey, In Control overcome the odds, get the kills they need. They put themselves 3 up so far. Maybe they'll get a 4-2 half and make sure that their defenses could be, easy, smooth, push on to maybe a 7-2.
7-2?
Yeah, I just kind of assumed a lot.
I was about to say, we ain't even at the end of the half yet, Benny.
I just jumped the gun there.
We calling 7-2s? Dang. Might as well not even play the game. I mean, it is possible, of course. 4-2 on Cafe Attack, certainly good. But funny, there's a very famous game in which an attacking half was 4-2, and yet it was still a very close game. It was a PB one-shot game, but to be fair, that was also from oh my god. Dude, that game was 5 months ago.
Talking about CL game, yeah, that was a while ago, dude.
Dude, I hate time. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I hate time.
I really don't like it. And if I feel that way, I can't imagine how you feel.
Screw you. Oh man, but that was a while ago. Yeah, off season. We've been in off season for quite a bit actually. Kind of sucks a little bit.
Well, changing topics entirely. Next setup is Reading Room Fireplace. Right, Benny? It is?
Yeah.
Can we agree on that?
Last round. Can they make it a 4-2 half for In Control? They have a chance here to go up 4-2. But again, the question is, can they clear this room in a decent time? Last time, they couldn't do it in a decent time, and they ended up just ditching the entire roam clear whatsoever and going for a fireplace push, which, of course, going for a fireplace push without any time kind of leads to it. Dunny's getting pushed off because he's been flashed. Wow, he's blind. He doesn't get killed, though. He's still alive, still playing his position, but he's kind of by himself. The only person with him is on white stairs. It's Matt Bonger, but he's getting cut off by Bone. Good job to Bone. Get that cut off and get that kill they needed, and this is a quite better play and roam clear from In Control.
Oh, they just decided to send it. Matt Bonger now to 1 HP. Yusuke able to take down Gingy through the floor. So far, everything has been on point for In Control, and they do not show any sign of stopping. They do have Pixel down below with the heartbeat scanner, but both remaining C4s have been used to little to no effect from Juicers, unfortunately. There is one player, though, making a play up red stairs. Now he's the only one left. There's an air jab close by, but Turbo, not getting complacent, knows there could be somebody there. And it's nice. He still whiffs the shot, so not great. But it's a 1v4, though, Benny. Doesn't really matter because Pixel, he's retaken up top, or retaken red stairs. That's all well and good, but he's the only one left. There's nobody on the site. Jazz can finally get the bomb on the floor when he's not the last one alive. This is beautiful for In Control. They get themselves that 4-2 half. And now, Benny, they could actually win it 7-2.
If they do, that'd be crazy. That would be literally, that'd be insane. We'll see though. Hey, again, good way. You said before there was a game like that PB one shot game where it was an attacker side cafe, so anything's possible. Let's see how this first round goes for In Control. But last round though, that was literally like almost the opposite side of the spectrum from their last round on that same site. A much faster clear, cutoffs, a great cutoffs from Bone to deal with. Donnie trying to get back to site, getting picks to the floor, dealing with all the players on site, and then leaving the only player off site to try and bring it back in a 1v4. Quite a different round from In Control. Now I see on their defense though, can they do any of the same though? We go on to our top floor defense for them, and they're bringing the mirror along, which I actually didn't see from the side of Juicers at all, really.
It's like what I said. When the mirror is unbanned, sometimes you see it every round. Other times, you don't see it all. We actually had one of those in-between games previously where it was Outlast, brought it a little bit, brought it a couple rounds, but beyond that, nothing much. In Control, I do know that, really, actually quite a few players on this roster like Mira. I'm pretty sure Bone likes Mira. Turbo's obviously playing Mira right now. I know Rafi does not want to play Mira. I imagine he won't. Based on what I know of him. Rafi's playing Smoke, though. So it does disprove my logic a little bit. But either way, in terms of actual analysis that matters, mirror on this top floor in particular can be very difficult to clear. You open up that freezer wall, well, not the one that Rafi's opening up right now. The one that is open up, you can see it's placed all the way over on Cocktail side. You can watch all the way inside a Cigar and Christmas and hold that. Combined with a mirror window inside a bathroom, this is sort of the problem. Pushing into either Cocktail Bar or clearing out pixels is very difficult because of these two mirrors. What?
A mute chamber and electroclaw bathroom.
Want to keep that mirror window, man.
They do. And they probably should put ADSs in there too, because that's kind of the big thing is getting grenaded out of the position. Because one grenade could, all right, GG. That could ruin the entire mirror window and bathroom. Like you said, that's the big thing is watching in a Cigar, watching trash, stopping any play from that side of the room, that side of the building. I think last time we saw Yusuke play the same position, we saw them play against, I believe it was Okami. So we see here how long he can stay alive in this position, playing by stage. That's the first thing. Pixel's going to push up, and, well, Yusuke, wow, what a flick. Turns right around as Pixel's trying to shoot both him and the Electroclaw, and he just takes out one member on Juicers, and so far, not a great start there, just trying to peek him without any kind of way of refragging off of Yusuke. There I say that, Devin Dunny does get the refrag, and he gets a kill on Rafi behind Pixel. Wow.
All right. Well, I was going to say, Yusuke, it's a very high-risk position. Hey, this time it paid off. You got a kill. The Nomad, like before, Pixel could really put down many of those air jabs. And then for every high-risk play on the defense, sometimes magic happens, and the attack is like, I'll do you one better. And by one better, I mean 2 kills instead of just 1. So now it cleared out Pixel. It took down a C4, the top performer for In Control. Important utility for the Smoke. And now if Bone wants to play that position, it'll be a little bit difficult. It's a 2v4 on site at that point. Dunny can continue using these nades as one lands right next to Jazz. He's forced to rotate off, narrowly escapes with his life. That's the benefit of just walking in, getting 2 kills there. But if this mirror window survives, though, Benny, this still could be the round for In Control.
It's not. It really depends if someone can go for a different play from the side of Juices. Maybe someone go to White Stairs, go to a window somewhere, try to deal with Jazz playing Cocktail, try to make sure, just try to nullify these windows, because these windows only face one direction. If you can make a play from Cocktail balcony, or maybe from the White Stairs window, or from White Stairs itself, that could be a play that could just deny those mirror windows whatsoever. And like I said, well, Bone, great grenade, down he goes. And so now one mirror windows aren't really helping, and now a C4 thrown out doesn't deny the plant. Matt Bonger takes out Jazz, and now it's not Turbo in 1v4, and he can only do so much. Dunny will get his 3rd kill of the round, and that was a round that was really opened up and ended by Dunny himself.
Yeah, really, you can put most of that round on the back of Dunny just walking in and getting both of those kills. Yusuke probably going to die in that position, so it wasn't the fact that Yusuke died that was super cool. It was like, oh, that makes sense. Yusuke is playing very aggressive inside of Christmas. Sure, Rafi technically can play for his trade, but that means Rafi would still either have to swing somebody on the rappel, or if he swings the person pushing double door like Dunny, he still has to deal with someone on rappel. it's probably going to be a 4v4. Getting that second kill behind Pixel, especially that early on as well, was the game changer for Juicers in that round, because the bathroom player should start feeling a hell of a lot more pressure. You haven't had to expend any utility clearing out of Pixels for all those nades. You're either clearing out bathroom or clearing out cocktail. It was the latter in this case. You can then put somebody on repel and then move on in much soon after, all because you got that kill onto Pixel without having to expend any utility, and you did it so on. That's the power of clearing out that position in that way. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's usually what wins attacking teams the round.
As an issue, there's so much utility freed up in that position, and you just use it on, well, bathroom, cocktail, any position at that point. So one more try here for INCONTROLL on this top floor, and we'll see if they do it any differently. So far, it seems to be the same play, as they're reinforcing the same angle. So they aren't reinforcing that bathroom wall for the moment, which I'm pretty sure they will, assuming it's the same kind of mirror setup, because you don't really want to play on a mirror that's kind of soft wall next to it. That would be insanity. But maybe they are, actually. Maybe they're going to play that soft wall mirror, or mirror on a soft wall like that. But either way, so far, they are bringing Lee Rooney, though. I think Yusuke last time was playing the Kaid, so they're not going to have those electric claws to try and stop either, piano wall being opened up, or from this mirror being destroyed by an Skyros. But so far, maybe the electric claw wasn't really that big of a deal.
They didn't really try to go for bathroom all that much either, so
yeah.
When they were all prioritized over on that location, just not really feeling much of a use.
Plus, it's still soft. Still, it's soft. Who would play the mirror?
INCONTROLL do have 4 reinforcements, though. Keep that in mind. We're not dealing with TSM here, okay? Let's temper our expectations a little bit. However, that does mean that bathroom is pretty much unplayable. So that mirror window not going to be nearly as useful. The Uranu also rotate off very quickly from the Pixel as well. So, all right.
No.
Well, that's just the oldest air jab in the book right there.
Yeah.
No. What?
What was the point of late reinforcing that?
I hope he does the second one.
He did. He put both of them ready.
I didn't see him for the second one.
What was the point of the late reinforcements? What was the point of that? There was no rotate. Like, if you would have made a rotate between bathroom and Pixel so you could walk through, then I could see why you'd have the late reinforcements. But there was no hole. There was no.
Why
rotate.
are you trying to find logic there? It's they just didn't. They just forgot to reinforce it, and they did it now.
Oh man! Hey, at least they got it off at least though. So at this point now, we'll see what Juice does next. First pick right to them. Now they can open up these mirror windows. Maybe if that's not mutajammered. I believe the one. Actually, I don't think. Oh yeah, so one by Lumber is mutajammered, but the one in bathroom is not. And a grenade once again. This time killing Rafi rather than Bone, which is great. And that's just another kill for them. Bonga taking on Yusuke. And now to a 5v2 once again. It's looking to be an attacker side cafe so far. And it's now down to Jazz in a 1v4. Could have been a flawless round.
Well, Jazz is currently sitting inside a bathroom. Throws out a C4 light years away from the nearest attacker. He's dead. There we go. Okay. I was about to say, like, he's dead. Let's just get this over with. And we did. Immediately. Without really much of a fight, Juicers have now completely overcome the 4-2 hurdle they started out their attacking half on. They've evened it up 4-4, and Cocktail clearly not at all good for INCONTROLL.
Yeah, that was just death after death. Just, Bone jumps out, gets taken out by an air jab. Oldest trick in the book. I'm not sure if there was no intel or he jumped off or didn't hear the air jab. And then a grenade, taking down Rafi on Cocktail. Great grenade from the side of Juicers. They've done that twice, 2 rounds in a row, getting grenade kills like that. And then the fact they didn't have to really clear Pixel because nobody played Pixel because he just backs off. Yusuke backs off Pixel. Pixel plays inside a bathroom instead, late reinforces it. And then because there's no Kaid, they can just open up bathroom with no problem. Deny that position and just get Pixel again and again. I think Matt Bonger had, 2 or 3 kills that round? Leaving down the Jazz in a 1v4. Not a lot you can do there.
Yeah? Nah.
Maybe Jazz can just pull off Miracle. He's Jazz, man, right? He's the social media manager for East Coast. He's crazy.
No. No, he's not. And now he's on a Rooney. What is this? Rafi, hold on. Actually, Jazz always hypes up. He's like, bro, I am the smoke Mav. I am the best Maverick smoke in North America. Why is he on a Rooney? Why is he on a Rooney? Jazz, why do you not smoke? Roast. I thought you were the GOAT. And yet here you stand using the Roni.
This is just turning into a Jazz roast session.
Curious.
Well, unfortunately, Rafi ain't doing so well either, though. He's not having a great time.
He's not.
He's not a great time. So it's like only person right now really pulling their weight would probably be just Bone and Yusuke. So
you know what's nice though? We're seeing a bakery direct. That's not something we see all too often.
No. I guess the question is, what does INCONTROL have to deny it? Because I don't think he's roaming, so it's just going to be straightforward pushing onto site. There's no vertical control from INCONTROL. There's nobody playing really any other angles, so at this point, it's just going to be taking those fights on site. Coach check could be point contention, but otherwise, if they just push on a site, get the plant down, how do they stop it besides smoke canisters and C4s?
Well, sometimes that can be enough. They do still have good angles as well. Yusuke inside a coach check could certainly provide a nice crossfire for the players inside of the site, but it does give a good portion of map control free for juicers, and now that they've opened up the bakery wall, just go upstairs. They have a Bucks. They can use some of that soft destruction. They can spend time down below getting kills on the side, but so far it's Jazz doing that better than anyone else in the lobby. He also gets away with the rotate over behind the A-bomb chassis, spots the head of the Maverick creeping on in. Gingy maybe getting a little bit too aggressive as the entire attack seems to be collapsing around his entry through the bakery wall. But so do two bodies on the side of INCONTROL. Jazz killed, Turbo down but picked back up. So this makes it a 4v2 that Juicers have a minute 15 seconds to work their way out of. They're not spending their time very wisely. Matt Bonger, wise enough to get a kill onto Raffi, outsmarts him, but it's still INCONTROL to get their first round on the defense on Kitchen.
Who needs C4s and smokes when you just kill the enemy team? And that's what Jazz and Yusuke did specifically there. Juicers doing a one-sided take. No vertical control, no vertical pressure onto Jazz or anybody else inside of sight, because I guess Jazz was the really only one really kind of susceptible to vertical control. Otherwise, it was Yusuke playing coach check, and well, Jazz had had vertical pressure above his head. He could play on site, take those fights, and you saw him take 2 clean kills, and from there the attack just kind of tried to break off, go towards that red hall. Yusuke played coach check perfectly, denied both of those players, and Juicers kind of just ran into a wall, ran into what I could have thought maybe would have been an issue there for INCONTROL, but INCONTROL clearly were in control.
Really? Really?
You have to make it once during the cast, just one time.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced you do. I don't find your argument particularly persuasive, Benjamin. Benjamin Ow. That even is your real name?
It's Carter Haynes. Is that your name even? I don't remember what it was even.
What? Carter Haynes?
I can't remember your last name. I don't remember what it was even.
It's my Twitter name. What?
What do you mean your Twitter name is? Oh, your Twitter name. I don't look at Twitter. I thought it's Twitch, but no, I haven't looked at Twitter name in a while.
Bro,
I just look at the
Carter Haynes.
I don't know what.
That's worse. The worst I ever heard was Carter Hansen.
Hansen? What is your last name anyway?
Yeah, I'll just dox myself on stream.
Well, you just doxed me a second ago.
It's literally your casting name.
True. Hey, you never know. Hey, maybe I just don't. Well, actually, no. My casting name is Benny Out Gold, actually. So maybe they just think I'm being cheeky.
Oh, I actually forgot the gold. I thought it was just Benny Out.
Yeah, no, the gold is my Twitter name because I couldn't just get Benny Out because someone took it already.
Oh, by the way, Bone died. How did he die? Dunny just opened up the dining window and there was Bone.
Happens sometimes. You just forget about that window.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah. Honestly, some people just forget that window because a lot of people don't play really. So, no bar to Bone. He just kind of forgot about rotating through reading and just gets shot LMG through a window. Like what?
Unlucky. But it happens. You lost Bone. You lost a C4. More importantly, though, this top floor hold is going all right so far. A nade's been caught by an ADS, so the utility, or the potential utility, to clear out that shield and to clear out Turbo over on Cocktail Balcony, or Cocktail Lounge, specifically, Not as much as it could have been. Still a lot of time for Juicers to move on over, so it's not done just yet. And finally, a nade goes through that destroys both the ADSs and that deployable shield. Turbo will stay here for just a little bit longer, trying to hunt for a frag, but none presents itself, and he'll probably rotate off pretty soon. As Yusuke goes down too.
That's a problem. You lose a player elsewhere on top floor, and now there's only one player on site, 2 upstairs, and while I believe Turbo's now in a position where he's about to die. At least he tried. He took 1. But down goes Jazz. Now leaves Rafi in a 1v3. 1v3 now that he kills Dunny. He's the only one to try and stomp this push. And the question is, can he get a pick on some of the isolated players like that one player in Pixel off-sour? But it looks like Bonger's going to walk. Matt Bonger walks in. Rafi will gladly take that kill.
Doing this.
Pixel versus Badger. A minute left, though. The question is, what information does Juicers have on Rafi's position? If he can somehow catch one of them off guard, or when Badger goes through the plants, Pixel. Take him down. Depends what happens. He's going to smoke off the push so far, and well, he's going to try and drone for him, but gladly Turbo's Mozzie Pass are still in the way. So far, it looks like they don't know where Rafi is. They still have 30 seconds to figure things out.
Indeed, they do. They might have spotted him just a little bit through the haze of the mute jammer. Going through reading, and the Malusi will certainly reveal their position. Smoke canister goes out. Pixel taking a hell of a lot of damage, but he's managed to work his way in a corner. But a beautiful spray by Rafi. Maybe more luck than anything. This is a man who makes his own luck, creates his own chances. This is a 1v4 in the making right here. They have perfect intel in Rafi's position, though. The ping's still active. Badger's able to land the shots, and Rafi's none the wiser. That could have been the play of the day. Guaranteed. But all because of the Z-ping and Rafi's lack of knowledge. It's a 5v5, all tied up.
That's unfortunate. He had that. His time was ticking down, just waiting for a push there. And it was, really, Turbo gets a pick, but otherwise, none of INCONTROL able to affect that round besides just Rafi at the end there. So, good try to Rafi. He tried to bring the round back for his team, but this leads us 5-5. It's been back and forth so far, but still, it's been mostly that attacker-sided game here for Juices bringing it back. But can they have the edge to keep winning it? Because so far, INCONTROL, what is their real sight that we see them win, though? Because for Juicers, we saw them win that top floor every single time.
Well, Benny, clearly they just have to win it here.
Clearly.
I feel like it's pretty cut and dry at that point. Just have to win it.
He's going to win.
Just got to win it. To be fair, okay, to actually be serious, obviously losing Bone early on, that sucks. Don't play in front of the window, stupid. Come on. What are we doing? Let's be real here.
I think he was in reading, though. I think it literally was, like, across the wall.
He was moving through the hallway, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, he was moving through the hallway. He was in front of the door, and as Dunny opened up, he was like, oh, freebie. And Bone couldn't really run away in time.
Yeah, be in your positions when the round starts, guys. Come on.
I mean, it's not even that. He won't make that mistake again. We'll say that. Plus, now, if Bone's alive, you have a C4 to play with down below. Maybe somebody to aid Turbo as well. Yusuke, I think, was caught out inside a train, so he'll probably play a little bit over towards the upstairs roam, I would think. Hopefully, just more consolidation on that side.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of them were just isolated, so there's no really ability to refrag anybody. Everyone's just kind of off on their own, getting picked off by members of Juicers, so we'll see there's some more consolidation, some more, team play maybe to play off each other here from the side of INCONTROL when it comes to the roam clear, because otherwise, Turbo was kind of by himself trying to ward off 2 or 3 people pushing into Cocktail. Kind of ridiculous. So far, Juice was looking to just take control top floor, just droning things out, seeing if they find anybody. Dunny didn't get an opening pick, so they're taking it a bit slower. Grenade comes out. They're trying to burn the ADS first, and then throw a grenade, destroy that shield once again that Turbo's been playing behind. As the grenade comes out, there goes the shield. So at this point now, Bone has, Turbo has no shield to play off of, but he still can wait for another pick, wait for them to push through. And so far, INCONTROL just playing for, waiting for it. Is Juice still going to go for the same player, or maybe they go for Train earlier?
Certainly going for some pressure onto Yusuke now that they've dealt with that deployable shield on Cocktail Balcony. Rafi has some support outside in the hallway, or he is the support outside in the hallway, but Juicers aren't getting ahead of themselves. That's what you want to see. But some shots fired through the wall. Nice reaction by Yusuke. Takes down the Gemini Replicator. Now Juicers have to get the intel the old-fashioned way. Press 6, get on the drone, but they don't know Rafi is there. They don't even have intel on Yusuke's position right now. That changes momentarily, but still, Rafi's position has been unread. There's somebody playing around the corner who can get the first pick onto Matt Bonger, their entry. But with somebody upstairs on that Christmas hatch, Yusuke still not long for this world. Raffi will have to retreat back as the upstairs roam is now the only thing defending the site.
Well, Turbo's pushed up, and the question is, do they know Turbo's playing Freezer just right across that soft wall next to the Nomad of Pixel? If they don't know where Turbo is, and because Turbo was playing Cocktail, playing back, playing reserve, but seeing his teammate die, he's trying to get into a place where maybe they aren't expecting him, which is that Freezer position for the moment. We'll see if he gets drone down or not. He's playing now, backs off, backs on the Freezer, just waiting for someone from Juices to push in a bar, unaware of his presence, which would be Pixel. Pixel's, he's just kind of holding the flank at the moment. He's just holding off if any member from INCONTROLL gets aggressive. Dunny's going to be the first person to push through, though. You see, looks to his new back. Nobody's there. Turbo's actually backed off Freezer. He does see the head of one pushing through. It's going to be the Nomad of Pixel pushing through, taking fights. There's 2 members. It's 3, actually. He should die. He takes 1, actually. No, he takes a team kill and a kill. Pixel's at least able to try and refrag, but that is a monumental mistake there in a 2v3 with only 15 seconds. Badger takes 1 down, though. Jazz will take down Pixel, though, leaving all the Badger in a 1v2 here. He knows one's nearby. Down goes Jazz. Oh, no, that goes Raffi, actually. So now Badger has control of sight. Where is Jazz?
Right now, Jazz is sitting on brown stairs and just has a couple seconds to make this work with the bomb going down. The Badger can fall off, and he can get the kill as well. Match point for Juicers as Jazz just a bit too far away to get to the plant in time.
Wow. That was a round where I thought they were going to win that, which shows that, that mistake they made pushing into Cocktail. But unfortunately, Jazz just a step too far out of range to make that work. He was just, down brown stairs, way too far to run all the way back despite being a 3-speed, to making it time to kill Badger while planting. Good try. Juices have made match point now. So far, it's been, again, that attacker side so far, but we're going to Kitchen. Last time we saw INCONTROLL win this, based on just kind of a one-sided push from Juicers, and Jazz and Yusuke playing great in their positions.
Any is the false logic I just said. They just have to win it. Just have to win the site.
Just win. Come on, guys. Just /win in the chat.
Just win. But on the kitchen side in particular, as we saw, INCONTROLL didn't play up top that much, Benny. Not really much vertical control.
You know where
yeah, that's actually what I was about to ask. You know who else didn't play up top? Juicers. Just nobody played second floor. Kind of an odd decision. So, for the site, whichever team plays vertical probably will have a better chance at winning the round. It will at least force the other team to adapt. If INCONTROLL don't play there, it probably favors Juicers a lot more than if INCONTROLL play there. Still would like to see someone play the second floor, because even though INCONTROLL won it pretty well at that, it was just 5 men running at 5 other men.
Yeah. See, Jazz wouldn't be able to play his position if someone's upstairs inside of train, because not trying mining. He's just playing that kitchen cooking area, taking fights, winning at Juicers, and there's no refrag there because you can't refrag someone sitting behind cover. If someone's above him, like a Sludge, like Gingy, could easily been dealt with. But we'll see here. Looks like they are actually going to clear from the top list time for Juicers, looking to win this in regulation. And so far, like we saw from INCONTROLL, I don't believe anybody's roaming. Maybe Turbo is? I can't tell his position. I know he's playing VIP. So yeah, again, nobody's roaming from the side of INCONTROLL. They're all playing their positions, all playing and waiting for it. Jazz will probably be pushed off his position due to that vertical control. We'll see then. We'll need to see Juicers then, transition to the bottom floor. We'll have them run into players like Turbo, like Yusuke, playing around the site and see how they deal with them. And then we'll see what Jazz goes to. Is he going to play Whiskey or play Bakery?
Jazz, I imagine...
Oh.
Well, they already have players over in Whiskey, so yeah, he'll play Bakery instead. Reinforce a wall late as nobody's pushing over there. But Juicers are getting... Well, they're getting aggressive very quickly over on White Stairs. Trying to send a nade to destroy that shield, which can sometimes be a little bit precarious to clear out if you wait too long. They won't get ahead of themselves. They'll open it up, push Turbo back, but he's still there, and they can deal with him at a later time. K-Charge knocked off the hatch as well. They can very quickly open that up. This is looking quite good for Juicers, Benny, because they have half the round left, and look at this. They're already opening up floor holes, opening up the hatches, clearing out utility on the first floor. Now it's just a matter of taking gunfights.
And hey, that's still a point. That's still a large contention point, because they have to be able to do this well, because you have members like Bone, and Bone and Turbo playing together, playing that VIP Whiskey area, that kind of contentious. So you have to pinch them off from the window, from the stairs. So far, it's looking good. Dunny's playing the stairs. Someone's on the window as well. So there's already different points here to push off. Then, hey, push up one member behind that Whiskey bar. It's Bone, but he's going to retake that position. But nobody's coming from that white stairs, so it's still kind of a one-sided push from Juicers.
Now with Dunny moving down white, he'll send in another nade and maybe signal a push. No, tries to go through the freezer wall. Instead takes a fight with the Mozzie, but it's Turbo who wins it out. Pixel finally evens things up as Turbo walks right into Nomad's crosshairs. Now Bone doesn't have much support beyond Yusuke, who's a little bit separated. Still gets a nice shot on a Pixel from the sounds of it. And Badger and Gingy have to make things work, but a big kill onto the player on the bomb chassis, playing close with a shotgun. Now Bone and Yusuke both outside the site. Jazz is the only one inside. He gets a long angle kill onto the sledge with bomb gone on the floor. Badger down as well. We have overtime, 2 games in a row. They're not aware of it just yet.
Wait, what are they doing?
But considering it's a 2v2, they will realize it momentarily. There we go.
They'd have no clue.
Okay, and now we'll find the bomb. Now we'll find the bomb, and we found the bomb.
That's fine. I forgot they can't. Yeah, I totally forgot. They don't know they're down or anything, so they're just kind of sitting there looking at each other like, "You good? You push him."
They were good. They were in fact good. Two overtime games in a row, Benny. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? But really, that round was just kind of really just the fact that good thing that Pixel got that trade onto Turbo, because that could be an issue because Dunny pushed by himself with no kind of person behind him refrag. But just the fact that unfortunately they pushed down the brown stairs, they pushed into VIP, and there was still Bone, there was still Yusuke, and the Yusuke and Bone played perfectly. Yusuke getting the pick on the person coming up brown stairs, Bone able to get the pick the person pushing through the window into booths. So just the fact that then they're able to trade out, deny those plays, and then really the only play that worked out would be, well, the drop down into freezer. They get the kill, Gingy gets the pick, they push through, but you're in a 2v3 with Jazz downs Gingy, and now at least Badger in a 1v1 getting the plant down, 1v3 getting the plant down, he gets down, and that's the end of the round right there. So Juicers, a better round when it comes to strat wise. They're trying to take that vertical control, they're able to get picks, create the execute in the first place, but a bit just again synchronization of trying to get those kills and make that play happen.
Well, failed ratio in chat by Jazzman, so just want that stated on the record. I saw Rafi. Did Rafi ask for a rehost, or was he just saying that?
I wasn't looking at chat. I was talking.
Ah, true. Good point. Rafi said rehost or what, and I don't know if that was like an actual request or if Rafi was being that dude. Probably the latter. Probably the latter.
I reserved leave to ask, I guess. I don't know if that's what happened, but I don't know what's going on.
For the moment, we have a kitchen defense.
Yeah.
This site INCONTROL won every single time. So of course they should win this.
I hope so, because if they don't, it's not looking great. Dude. Once again, we'll see how Juicers do this. Last time was just, like I was saying before, just kind of a synchronization to come to those plays, trying to push their way off of that VIP kill into, into Whiskey. If they can somehow have someone try to push with those players so they're not just one-for-one gunfights, leaving those players kind of out just dry, out to get picked off in one-for-ones against Yusuke, against Bone. Could be a different story for Juicers, but we'll see how they do this time. Looks like some good intel. And actually, that default cam still up watching them. Thanks.
Well, shoot defaults. If there's any lesson today. There we go. We got one. Got the red cam. We're chilling now. Don't need to worry. So this is still a problem because Juicers, despite the fact they did lose the round, lost quite a bit, or allowed the attack to gain quite a bit of momentum. But now Turbo, well, he's adjusted things in his individual play. A nade sails on in. I don't believe it destroys the shield. It's actually caught by an ADS, but he's still getting aggressive on Matt Bonger playing on white stairs. He'll rotate back into position for now, so nothing will come of it, but it still shows that INCONTROL are not as eager to let Juicers take the control they did so freely last round.
Yeah, it's still the same kind of play. They're just taking time. Just, they have all the time in the world to just open up this floor and great to execute, and we'll see this time if this maybe a different play, but hey, Pixel starting off different this time. Think about Yusuke. Maybe not aware of, I'm not sure if Yusuke was peeking or if maybe Yusuke was rotating, but he gets cut off and cut down at that front door. It kind of leaves now for other members of INCONTROL, maybe being aggressive and try to even up the scoreboard when it comes to the manpower, because otherwise it would be maybe a flood on site, which could be a Bone spotted playing Whiskey once again, and we'll see Last time Turbo got a great pick playing this position on VIP, but he's in full flash. That we've done it to push off of it, maybe to get that pick, but looks like he's gonna be able to recover from that flash and play in position. Downs one, but another place is pushing up. It's actually gonna be Matt Bong gonna finish Turbo off. And Pixel's down in sight actually is Bone now playing Whiskey. Where's Jazz and Raffi in this position?
I do not know, but Bone does have intel on one of the players inside of Whiskey. He can also see the gun barrel of the Ash, but it's still Matt Bonger, the player who Bone initially had intel on, to get the kill on him. Jazz, well, he's in 1v5. No, never mind. He's dead. He's not in a 1v5. He's in the grave, my boy. Flawless round from Juicers. Certainly, I think actually fully realizing the potential of the control they acquired in the first couple kitchen attempts. One match point.
That's true too, but there's just some unfortunate picks though, like especially as Yusuke gets picked off and just in the middle of the doorway. I'm not sure if he was peeking or what. And on top of that, then
I should believe he was on the right side of the doorway, Benny.
Oh, my bad.
Please be specific and accurate with your calls.
And then losing one player in there, Turbo also not able to get a pick playing inside of VIP. Just unfortunate plays again and again. And then I would say Juice is also playing a much better game together when it came to dealing with the VIP pressure, dealing with those players in, in cocktail and whiskey, not cocktail, inside of Whiskey and, other places from the side of In Control. So good job to Juicers. Let's see if they can end it right here, right now on their defenses. They're going back to the top floor, which we have seen In Control just not able to take every single time.
I think I need to stop being the one who picks the games.
I asked for the other game, but I think the other game...
The other game's done.
Going? Oh,
no, the
wow.
other game's done.
What was the score?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'll look.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, Benny, hold on. I'll tell you the score. The score is... Oh, wait, actually, it lists the score. It's not 1-0. It says it was 7-2.
Oh, so yeah, if I picked that game, we've been done already.
No, we would not have been done. We've been in, like, Braction's stream.
Oh, that's true. We've been watching a stream. I forgot. Yeah, we haven't been done.
I picked the games last week as well, and they all basically went to overtime and were usually the last ones. This one, no exception. In fact, Benny, dare I say, believe this one might be going to all 15 rounds.
Really? You think that they're going to win the attacking round they've not won so far this entire game?
Pretty sure they won it at least once.
No, they won top floor once. Did they?
Oh, yeah, they won top floor in round 5.
Wow.
Oh, what do you know? Benny gaslights me again, live on broadcast. How many times is this going to happen?
It's like counting him at this point. He's gonna counter and be like, all right, this is number 25.
Dude, honestly. Like, I have the notes in front of me.
Do you?
Yes! What do you mean, do I? I'm taking over. I'm stepping in. Minute in, nothing has happened yet, except there has been a little bit of momentum, a little bit of movement, a little bit of activity inside a cigar right now. Beyond that, nothing all too much. In Control, like, hey, we want to clear out Pixel. Yusuke is like, let me try to quick peek this. Oh, I didn't find anything. Unlucky. They're just going to try to take down the Pixel shield with the Rotero drones, and it is successful. Don't have to worry about nades. Gone 6 is getting sucked up by ADSs if you use an explosive drone instead.
First time I've seen Rotero. It's the first time I've seen Flores actually too, and we actually talk about how helpful he is on Pixel. It's the first time we've seen him. Interesting. Well, hey, he's working out well for In Control, and are they going to be able to deal with both Vulcan shields promptly with those Rotero drones? Matt Bonger will see the head of one player real quickly, and then he'll back off for the moment. So far, within the first 2 minutes or so, In Control have done their job. They've opened up Pixel. Now the question is, can they open up this freeze wall, start pushing these players like the Jaeger of Dunny out of this position? And then push forward from there, push through that white hall, get these kills they need to do, or maybe even push through bar and find the picks on members who maybe are aware, because nobody's really playing that single wall by C1 or playing Nubao, playing Shaiko either. So this could be pushing to push off of, but it looks like the Pout will be the point of connection as they're going to push Jinji back and they're going to start peeking that area. Wow.
Matt Bonger getting aggressive, able to retake and push up Whitehall. Their momentum is stunned a little bit. Stun locked by Yusuke. 2K for him. Now, 3K for the team, not for Yusuke, but Turbo finally getting in on the action. Somebody on the defense has to get aggressive, and that's Matt Bonger. Ooh, but he's spot out immediately. Now, Pixel's the only one left. He's going to the Pro-Am. Can he get the 1v4? Surely he can. He's down Turbo, but Jazz gets the bomb down successfully. And Pixel is working off a little bit of a lack of intel right now, but so is Yusuke, who turns his side to the Maestro. Now Jazz indisposed. Reviving Turbo. Pixel only on 1 HP can start creeping his way up long bar. Of course, he has to deal with a 3-way crossfire right now, but Bone isn't looking his way. He's able to move forward. Is anybody watching his position? No. He still gets the kill, but he's on 1 HP again, Benny. Surely he dies. He crosses successfully. There we go. Turbo finally takes him down. Not gonna lie to you. When Jazz was down below and Turbo's in a 1v1, that's very winnable for the Maestro. But it's still all 15 rounds, exactly as I predicted.
Oh man, now we're getting to now at this point, Lynx has his head up in the sky. He guessed it correctly.
All they needed was the Flores, man. That is all they needed.
I was like, that's interesting. We haven't seen Flores the entire game, and we've talked about in a lot of rounds, actually, a lot of different games, how powerful Flores can be, especially on the top side when it comes to Pixel. So the fact that we haven't seen it just yet, interesting. Yeah, no. But hey, we'll see INCONTROLL bring it first, and he's perfectly dealt with both Vulcan shields within the first minute or so, first minute and a half, in better time compared to before. And now we'll see them if they can take this last round in reading fireplace against Juicers. So Juicers on this site specifically, it's been a wish wash, been a kind of a close one here and there. Like last time, it was a 1v1 at the end between Jin, I think it was Badger and Jazz, and Jazz unfortunately was a hair away from trying to kill Badger when he was planting, which was kind of the end point there. But it's been close so far. Especially that Rome clear has been the big contention. Depends. The one that round the Juicers won on this site was because, well, they killed Yusuke pretty quickly through the windows, and they picked off member after member from INCONTROLL that were getting aggressive. The one that INCONTROLL won was around where they actually had to try and clear that top floor in. Well, there was an issue there when, we saw from the side of Juicers when they came to that point in the cocktail where they lost the member, but they still ended up winning the round, unfortunately, because Jazz was a hair too late.
10 seconds to go.
Have they actually won this round every single time? Or won this site?
Juicers have won this round every single time, yes.
Okay.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Oh, are you sure?
Can they do it again?
Can they do it again? Well, if they do, they win. Easy as that. You don't have to worry whatsoever. Yusuke, by the way, 18-10 so far, and it's sort of fitting that he could be the decider if he's able to make that position inside a train work, because it's been a little bit tricky so far to make work. Not had too much success. Sometimes he's been able to play his life and get traded out. Other times he's fallen pretty soon. Looks like he's retaking that position once again, and Juicers are also going for similar attack to what they did before. Setting over on the top floor at that point, once they get an entrance in a cigar. Before, they move down to train, try to clear it out. Other times, they've gone for that full clear. Both things that Benny mentioned earlier. Too early to call which one they'll go for just yet. But INCONTROLL haven't changed up much, and it appears, though, the Juicers are placing a heavy focus on that cocktail side, but the nade just a little bit too short.
It looks like they actually might have backed off that shield, seeing it's got destroyed in that position from the side of Turbo, because Turbo's playing position every single time on this site. It looks like he backed it off, knowing that grenade from the sky destroyed last time. So good job from Turbo, and we'll see, or either good job of Turbo, or just kind of unfortunate for Juicers they couldn't bounce their grenade far enough. Either way, Turbo's gonna play his position once again, see if he can go 1-for-1 like he's done in the past on this site. Looking to hold that for as tall as possible. And yeah, Juicers this time again, once again, clearing from the top. And there's one person on the white stairs trying to help out Turbo. It's going to be Jazz. He's going to be his support to try and stop Juicers from pushing towards pallets. But he's going to have quite a few members and grenades barring down his way. Grenade comes through, and Jazz is going to run away, back off. Turbo, like the point, he's going to back off too. It leaves a minute and 20 for now Juicers to take that control, open the floor up. And I think that's enough time to really put hurt on INCONTROLL.
Oh yeah, that is definitely enough time. It's often said, if you're going for a rating take, as long as you can get top floor control, even if you have 40 seconds left, you can still make it happen. Of course, it is a little bit tricky as time dwindles down, but a minute 10 seconds left and the sledge still on the board. They can certainly make this work. Jazz and Bone, both in the Jaeger and the L, are trying to get active down below, take some of these fights through the floor. So far, the fights aren't going their way. Raffi, the first to fall. The smoke as well. Jazz spotted by Gingy through those holes. INCONTROLL are struggling to fight back. Now Bone and Turbo have to make a play, but Bone successfully retakes Pillar, drops Diffuser as well. Close with the shotgun. He's now the only one left, and it's going to be long angle fights coming his way, none of which are successful. All 15 rounds necessary, but Juicers, the #1 seed, triumph over the #4 seed for INCONTROLL, and Juicers retain their flawless run so far out of both of the rounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said before, that was just too much time to give to Juicers on that clear at that point. The fact that they had 1:20 to just tear the floor up, to just bring the bullets down on the members of In Control on site, like you saw, like players trying to sit in the corner reading, seeing the floor be open up above them. Not a great sign, not a great place to be. So great job to Juicers and In Control. Hey, that was all 15 rounds, just like Link said.
And you'd think, given the trend that Benny and I have casted previously, of course, that was a long game. That part is true. But we aren't actually the last game in this round. There's actually quite a few still going on. I believe 4 still remaining. So,
wow.
They
start late?
Not maybe. I don't know. Perhaps there have been rehosts. I don't know. I'm not in those games, and I'm not an admin, so I can't tell. But I do know
we
there
could
are
be one of those games if someone's streaming them.
That is true. What if we join and one of them's like 4-2?
Dude, if they're 4-2 at this time, like what?
I'm cracking open the book at that point. I'm reading a chapter. I'm not. No.
I thought you'd say you crack open like a rule book and be like, you can't do this.
No. Again, I'm not an admin. I can't make those calls. Yeah. But you know what calls I can make? I can make calls over matches, like you and I just did over Juicer's 8-7 victory over In Control. They are one of the teams that will still remain 2-0. I believe there are 11. Yes, 11. Well, TBD, of course. Could be more to that. But for right now, 11 teams, still 2-0. We are halfway through the first day of qualifier number 2. And yeah, let's see if I want to know, do we have any streams up that we could cut to? I don't think we do. I mean, it is. I assume those games are going to end any minute now, because again,
I hope so.
This game was 8-7, and it was still one of the last games. I imagine those are going to end soon, but no streams to cut to. Instead, you know what we'll do instead?
What we do?
Oh, hold on. I almost just fell over.
That would have been a spectacle. That would have been great to see.
Talk about Mike and Ike's. Sorry. Yeah, Mike and Ike's as always. Mavix and Mike and Ike's are the two M's that are sponsor SCS. You can get 2 options, Benny. Would you like... Well, I actually was going to say you could get the original. That's the box I had, so... Hey, Fermate, come back to me. Come back to me.
He's like, no.
Cut it back. You can get this one. You get the original. Hold on, I gotta close it for Mike and Ike's. Actually, you know what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mike and Ike's, as you can see. There we go. Look at that.
Oh, look at oh my god, look at hear the noise.
Look at that. So many of them. This one has 5 flavors. Cherry, lemon, strawberry, lime, or orange. You could get the sour mix, which is 10 flavors, or you get the mega mix, which I actually also have over there. Also has 10 flavors. You can cut away from me now. The bit's done. It's over. Come back to the screen.
Actually, 10 flavors, apparently.
Mega me up. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. But you know what? I want Mike and Ike's to mega me up right now. So thank you to Mike and Ike's as always. You can get the original mix, the mega mix, or the mega mix sour. I know Benny likes sour candy, so he might be eyeing that one. Thank you, Mike and Ike's as always, for powering up the stream, powering up Yusuke that game, because even though he lost, the Madman dropped 18 kills for the L. That is commendable. Still showing up despite the fact, it didn't matter.
He tried his best. Trying his best.
He did try his best. It wasn't enough, but it's, it happens.
It happens.
Actually, unfortunate. How many? There's a lot of yellows left in here. Actually, no, there's not. They're all near the surface. We're chilling. Never mind.
Ah, okay.
Well, I believe in that case, just to refresh the bracket one more time, let's take a look. Still have a couple games going on. So, I believe we're going to take another short break, as I imagine we'll be back pretty soon.
There's only 2 games left, so yeah, we'll be back soon.
We'll be back pretty soon with the next matchup, so do not go anywhere. It'll probably be about 5-10 minutes or so, and then we'll be back with matchup number 3.